Hello and Merry Christmas to you all. Ho, 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 ho. So, right, let's crack on then. So it's the Agora Models Build the ROUTEMASTER. We're on the blue ROUTEMASTER. So we're on, I believe it's 21. Yeah, 21, something like that. We're going to do the roof framework. Okay, the roof framework, which is here, and the other one. And we're going to build them bits together tonight, and then we're going to do just a bit of a catch up on what I've done so far, and a few bits and bobs. And I think, can you see something in the background there? Yes, you can see the Spitmaster, but just below that you can see the open topper. Yeah, so I'm going to give you an update on that as well. So while we're all chatting and what have you. So I'm going to get rid of this because it is a bit scritchy, itchy, scratchy. So well, I'll leave it on for now, shall we? Right, so there's lots in the chat. I'm going to get straight to the chat. I'm on my own tonight, so I'd oblige if you'd be really quick with the chat and we can get through that. So first in the chat I've got is Jay's channel. Good evening. I hope everyone is okay and well. Hi Jay, thanks for joining. And then we've got my mum, Mary Oglesby. Hi everyone, and in chat as well. Hi ma'am. Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. And then Darth DMC says, good evening all. Hi Darth, thanks for joining. And we've got my lovely wife, Crafty Chris. Good evening everyone. Hi darling, hope you're okay. So, and then we've got Mark's Modz. Good evening everybody. Hi Mark, thanks for joining. And then we've got Horlix. Evening all, back just in time for the show, smiley face. Good evening Horlix. Yeah, glad to hear you back. Nice and safe and sound. Yeah, and yeah, for those that don't know, Horlix has actually been up to see us this weekend. Yeah, so yeah, and what a pleasurable weekend it's been as well. So Marvel Picks says hello and good evening all. Hi Todd, thanks for joining. And Max Mod says, hello again, Todd, at Marvel Picks. And we've got Dave Builds in the building. Says, good evening, everyone. Good luck with your builds, Dave. And a good evening to the host. And that's me tonight. So good evening to you, Dave. And we've got Alex Demetrius. Says, good evening, Dave. Looking forward to another great show. Thanks for that, Alex. Yeah, and we're going to be putting these roof bars on the model itself. I know that we're not supposed to do in line, but I'm doing it out of sync, and that's because I'm having to do it out of sync because of the paintwork, obviously. So yeah, one of my secrets is the paintwork, getting all that organized, and hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months I'm going to be spraying all the panels and all the bits and bobs for this blue and white Southend Transport ROUTEMASTER. So yeah, look out for it. So Horlix says, hi Mary, lovely to meet you, with a smiley face and a kiss. And Dave Builds says, good evening, Jay's channel, Mary Oglesby, Darth DMC, Crafty Chris, Max Modz, Horlix, Marvel Picks, and Alex. And then Max Modz says, good evening at Dave Builds. Thank you very much for that. Right, okay. Let's crack on a little bit, shall we? Okay, I will bring up the chat in a minute. Why has the chat just jumped like that? I don't know. Anyway, not to worry. So, what shall I do with this then? Shall I leave it on? Yeah, it's Christmas after all, isn't it? Yeah. So, and Merry Christmas to all and each and every one of you. And let's hope you have a lovely time as well through Christmas and through New Year. And let's hope it's going to be a lovely 2023 as well. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that it's going to be better than 2022, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Yeah, let's hope for peace and tranquility and health and wealth for everybody. Yeah, I do wish you all that. I really, really do. So right, let's crack on. Let me change my camera, because the camera never lies, does it? So, in the words of the song, I'm going to take it nice and steady tonight, because obviously I've been busy this weekend, and we've been doing all sorts of everything. So in the chat then we've got Neil Ratcliffe saying, good evening, Dave and the gang. Good evening, Neil. Thanks for joining us. So, and Dave McBill says that Merry Christmas to Dave and to your family and to everyone in the chat. And to you and all your family too as well, Dave. So Steve131 says, evenings all. Evening, Steve131. And Alex Demetrius says, hi, Dave McBills, Dee Harris, Peter Webster, Horlix, David Bassett, Max Modz, Fleetwood J, Danno's Universe, Geordie Dave, and everyone else in the chat. And Dave McBills says, hi at Neil Ratcliffe, and Steve131. And Warren James says, hi all. Hi, Warren. Thanks for joining. And Neil Ratcliffe says, hi, Dave Mack. And Dave Mack says, hi, Warren. Okay, so I think I've caught up with everybody's chat now for the time being. So I'll star that there and tell you what we're going to do. Okay, well, at the minute, I've still got this tinsel around me, so let's try and keep it on as long as we can. So what have we got then? We've got two builds here, two bits of the roof. So we've got the first bit which goes over the front, and we've got the second bit which goes over the back. And if I just turn that around, they actually join here in the middle here. So yeah, we're going to do that. Before I do that though, I'm just going to bring you up to spec with a couple of things. And we've received the Horlix Mark III build tray with Horlix's name in. And so if you're looking for a screw pot or small parts tray, get in touch with Horlix, and you can see it says Horlix in there, nicely printed. So yeah, this is the Mark III, I believe, or the Mark IV, forgotten. Anyway, it's absolutely superb. So, and I do use these on all my builds. So I've got the Mark I, the Mark II, now the Mark III. And just to prove that I'm using the Mark II, I've got some screws and bits and pieces in the Mark II just there. So, and that's for the open top build, actually, is that one, them bits there. So the Mark III here, or the Mark IV, I'll be using this one. So yeah, Horlix brought me this personally this weekend. So, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. You can see it's like shaped inside, so when you put your screws in, you can get them out easily, and you can put little bits in the tray and they won't go anywhere. They won't fall on the floor or anything. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to put some of these little bits and bobs in these trays, in this tray, and then I can keep them nice and handy of where they're going to go. So for the first bit of the build then, we've got some GM screws, we've got some JP screws, and in the second bit of the build we have got some FM screws, and we've got some more JP screws. So I'm going to put them in the separate trays, and we've got some black tape as well. Okay, and then we've got some white tape, and we've got an extension cable to the N cable, and that's at the rear of the bus. So we've got all sorts of bits and pieces that we need to put into the bus tonight. So what am I going to do then? I'm going to take these out of the packets, because as you know, if you've built this bus, there has been lots and lots of packaging, and believe you me, it does get in the way sometimes. So it's best to try and get it out of the way. I don't need my build mat down, and that's because it doesn't matter about scratching these parts, and that's because these parts are going to be not seen by the public, by anyone else. These parts are just going to be seen by me on you on top of this bus until we get the roof panels on. So I'm going to look at the instructions, and I'm using the old Hachette instructions, which are the magazines. So 96 and 97 for this for these roof bits and bobs. So let's have a look. So that's the rear bit, and that is the front bit. So, and it gives you a screw check and the parts check. 96C, which is the white sticky bits, and we've got a cable, which is an N cable. We've got some LP screws, 2 LP screws, and we've got JP screws. Yeah, we've got JP screws, GM screws, and we've got the other bits and pieces. Now, because I'm doing this out of sync, I'm not going to be going by the book, and that's because if you look at my model, and that's here, my model is partially built, and I've had to do it that way because of what's happening with the paintwork wise. I cannot paint this bus whilst it's all together. So obviously the bits that need painting have to be painted separately, and then they have to be put on the bus. So, but there is certain things that I can do to the bus that don't need painting, and this roof framework is one of them issues that I don't need to paint. Okay, so I'm quickly looking through these instructions to see what we have to do. Now, some of these instructions I'm a little bit behind on because I'm working backwards on myself again for some of these things on here. You'll probably notice that some of these things, like the upper deck framework, they're not on the bus here. And that's because the upper deck framework on the sides, they have to be spray painted. And I have to do that in a certain order. And because I've built this bus previously and painted it previously, then I've had to devise a way where you go forwards a little bit and backwards a little bit, forwards a little bit and backwards a little bit with the build until it all actually comes together, till you're actually putting the panel work on. So what you'll see is that this bus will be out of sequence, very much so to what the red bus was with Agora. Still an Agora build, but it's this bus is absolutely special, so it'll be a complete one-off. Nobody else is building this bus. So and I have to do it in a certain set order. So what you will see sometimes is bits that are built that shouldn't be built just yet, and bits that aren't built that really should be built just now. So I hope that makes sense, but I have to do it in a certain sequence to get the spray painting right for the bits that go on the bus at the correct time. So in these instructions, it tells us to put the sides on, the roof on, the electrics, and it doesn't actually give us the instruction to put the roof framework on in this issue, even though we've got the roof framework in the issue. So we'll have to go to the next one then, and the next one says fitting the ceiling frame to the upper deck. So in the next issue, you do get the rear half of the ceiling, which is this bit, and you get JP screws, FM screws, and 2 little black bits of tape. So, and in this sequence, it tells you to stitch the 2 bits together. So we've got the 2 bits of framework to stitch together to actually screw together, and then we can attach then this framework to the bus. So, and because I've done this issue before with the roof on, and you may notice from last time I did it in 3 sections through my friend there, Alex Demetrius, who told me how to do it in a certain way so that we got all the stanchions in the right place and we've got all them in without being able to try and get your hands through the windows and all the rest of it. It's a much easier way. So have a look at that last video that I did on this roof, and you'll find out how to do that. But in this issue, we will be putting the frame on once we've built the frame together. So, and there is a couple of other little things that we can do as well, which I'll show you as we go along. So, but for now, I'm going to leave the other bits of the electrics out because I have them to do on a separate issue. I've got all the roof inner upper deck lights in. They're all in, and we did that on the last issue. And we'll be able to hopefully put this frame on here tonight and hopefully mind all these wires and what have you while we're putting it on and screwing it to the roof. So without further ado then, let's quickly have a look at the chat once more and then we'll crack on. So I'm just going to have a slurp of my tea. Goodness me, there's a lot of chat. You guys like to chat, don't you guys? So Warren James says, Sorry, Dave Mac Builds says hi Warren. Warren James says hi Dave Mac Builds. Max Modz says hi Alex Demetrios, and Steve131 says hello Dave Mac, and Mary Oglesby says hi Alex, nice to have met you too. Yeah, that was lovely, wasn't it? And yeah, you couldn't believe how much like my mum I actually looked, did you, Alex? So yeah. So Steve131 says this is one model would love to build as well, Dave. Yes. Well, get in touch with Agora Models and purchase it yourself, but don't start building anything. Start planning on where you're going to paint things, and take my lead if you want. I can tell you what the paint codes are for the blue, the white. I can tell you where to get the adverts. I can tell you where to get all the stickers for the outsides and everything else. So pretty much all the work's done ready. It's just a case of doing it, and then obviously buying the model as well. So yeah, never say never, Steve. Never say never at all. So, oh, me mouse is stuck. There we are. Neil Ratcliffe says, hi Horlix, how do we order the Mark III? Well, you go to Horlix and you private message Horlix, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to help you out on that one. What's my it's my mouse that's playing up. Sorry about this. D Harris says, dear Models and Vintage, good evening. Good evening, D. Thanks for joining us. And Darth DMC says, do you test fit the panels before painting in regards to doing the trim? Yeah, well, in one sense, yes, I do. But I haven't test fitted this framing because obviously we don't need to paint this frame. But I'm pretty sure it will go together nicely. But as far as the front end is concerned, there isn't much in the way of test fitting to do. But yes, the outside framework, that can go together, and the windows, the plastic window surrounds, sometimes I test fit them into the metal framework, and that's because sometimes they're a little bit too big and they need a little bit filing off the edge just for them to sit in properly. So yes, I do test fit the parts as I go along, and I'll test fit maybe 3 or 4 stages at a time, and then I will spray them, and obviously make sure that they fit before I spray them, and I wash them thoroughly. I sand them down. I give them a coat of undercoat and primer, and then I sand them down again, and I give them a top coat or two top coats. Goodness me, I can't speak now. 2 top coats of the blue or the white, depending on how good the coverage is. But I do it with rattle cans, and that's how I've done my others, and they've worked out okay so far. But I would suggest that you do practice, because you just can't get a rattle can and just spray something like that. It's not that easy, obviously. So it takes a lot of practice. So the panels, yes, I do test fit them as well to make sure they fit. The panel strips, they fit, so no problem. I've never had no problem with no panel strips not fitting, but you could test fit them as well if you wanted to. But generally speaking, they are printed on the back with the numbers, so you can just look in the instructions on the Agora Models site, on the download center, look in the instructions. It'll tell you what strip needs to go where, and by way of numbering of the strips. So an A138 will go here, an A164 will go there, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, there's no need to. I don't test fit the panel strips. The panels, yes. The plastic window frames, yes, I do test fit them. I do test fit that they actually fit in the right places where they go, the framework. But I haven't test fitted this bit tonight, and I'm just hoping luck will be on our side for tonight. I can't see any reason why it just won't fit over there. But if it doesn't, I'll make it fit. Don't worry. So I hope that's helped you out a bit regarding that. So why does my mouse keep doing this? Come on. So D Harris says, Crafty Chris, Max, Modz, Horlix, very good evening to you all. D Harris says, Marvel Picks Dave, Mac Builds, good evening both. Dave Mac Builds says, good evening D Harris. And D Harris says, Alex Demetrius and Neil Ratcliffe, good evening to you both. Neil Ratcliffe says, hi D. And D Harris says, Steve131 and Darth DMC, good evening to you both. Gillian's Dots has joined us. Sorry I'm late, I'm just got in from work. Hi Gillian, no you're not late, love, you're okay, you're okay. So, and D Harris says, Gillian's Dots, good evening. And Dave McBill says, good evening, Gillian's Dots. Gillian's Dots says, good evening, D Harris. Max Modz says, hello and good evening, D Harris. Gillian's Dots says, good evening, Dave McBills. And Steve131 says, at Young D Harris. And that'll do for now, I think. And then we'll crack on a bit with the build. Okay, just let me have a slurp of my tea. Because it's enough hard work doing all these this chat, but I'm giving you guys a night off. So okay, right. Let's have a look at these instructions then. So you can follow these instructions, sorry, through the Agora website. So on the download center, you can get to Agora by just going to agoramodels.com, and that's running along the bottom of your screen now. So, and you can buy this model from there. You can buy lots of other models from there. And yeah, at the moment, they're having a deal on where you can buy the whole pack of the ROUTEMASTER in one go. So you could actually purchase the whole ROUTEMASTER, all 12 packs in one go, and you could build it at your leisure. So, and if you wanted to stop up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, probably take about a month and a half to build it all in. Something like that, maybe. So anyway, the option is there. You can have it on a 12-month pack, so you can pay for it every month. You can have it on a 24-month pack, so you can pay for it every other month. And there's lots of other deals as well, like acceleration packs. So you can buy a pack of, say, 6 packs, which will give you 6 packs to work at. And there is 10 stages in each pack. So yeah, in other words, like 10 issues in each pack. So there is all sorts of options on there, and that's how you get to them, by this link on the bottom here. So agoramodels.com, and that's in the description of this video as well. So I'm going to knock that off now. So you can, if you missed that, you can have a look in the description down below. And to find the description, you look in this bottom corner just under the video, usually on an iPad or something, or usually on your phone, or usually on your computer, and then you can click that little upside down tick, and down here, just below here, and you will find the description of the video, and you'll find everything in the description there as well. So hopefully, and there is all sorts of other descriptions. So there's description to part work upgrades. So if you want a power mod for this bus, or you want a dust cover, or several other things for this bus, and many other things for other models, pop along to partworkupgrades.com. So that's how we found them as well. So, and while I'm on about it, in the description down below again is Peter Curtin's link via email, and that is for the stickers. So if you want some different stickers, side stickers, or inside stickers, or outside stickers, front, back, side, inside, upstairs, any way you like, pop along to Peter Curtin stickers. So only via email though, and his email address is in the link in the description down below. Okay, down below the video. So without further ado, then let's crack on and have this roof put together. So what's the first thing we need then? We need FM screws by 6. So I have some FM screws here, and I'll empty these into the Horlix Mark III screw pot. Okay. And yeah, we had a lovely time at Horlix, and he went and met my mum and Pete and everybody, and we had a meal, and we went and had a look at the Humber Bridge, and yeah, we did a couple of things like that. So it was rather good, and it was really nice to see him, and really nice to be able to give Horlicks a break from his very, very busy work schedule too, which was really good. So, and we enjoyed his company, and he enjoyed our company, which was great. And yeah, we had a lovely time. And as I say, yes, he did come and meet my mum and my stepdad Pete, and yeah, we got on like house on fire, didn't we? So, which is brilliant. Right, I'm going to screw this together then, and to do this we have to turn it upside down, make sure that it's seating right in there, there and there. Hopefully you can see me all right, and I'll get these screws popped in here. So I am using a drop of oil, which is 3-in-1 oil on the screws, and that's because they're FM screws, they're going into metal. And I'm using the screw pot that was recommended to me by Marvel Picks, Todd, through the American guys there, this lovely screw pot. You can find these on Amazon, and you just press the top down, you fill them up with 3-in-1 oil, you press the top down, it pumps a little oil into the reservoir at the top, you dip your screw into it, it doesn't stay there because it all drips down back into the container again, but then you just pump it back up and get some more in. So they are brilliant, they are absolutely brilliant. So you can find them on Amazon, which is great. And yeah, they're not very cheap, but they are absolutely brilliant. And I wished I'd had one years ago. I really do. So I'm just beginning to get these in, and yeah, Horlicks did actually give me something else for Christmas as well, which I'm very, very grateful for, but I'll reveal that a bit later on, to either at Christmas or just after, and to save any embarrassment. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful for it, and it's already coming in very, very useful, because I'm actually using it today. So as well as the screw pot. So yeah, okay. So I'm going to get these in as tight as I can, because this needs to be nipped up very, very tightly. This doesn't want to slip at all, doesn't this? This framework. So got a few more to get in here. So yeah, we're very close. This is Christmas week, isn't it? It's it'll be Christmas this day, next Sunday, and hope you're all going to have a lovely family time and everything, and or a quiet time, or whatever time you want. I hope that if Christmas doesn't bring you anything parcel wise, it brings you something like peace wise, or good health wise, and hopefully we'll all have a better year next year as well. So, well, here's hoping anyway, with the different things that's going on in this world. It's not very pleasant at the moment, is it? So anyway, hopefully we don't have to worry much longer. So that is the framework screwed together. Yes, screwed together like that, and it's nice and solid. What you might notice is that these ends don't quite fit properly. There is a bit of a ridge there and a bit of a ridge there, but you can pull them in once you get the side framework in on the bus, and they will line up properly. So don't worry too much about that. You'll notice that the screws are inboard as well. There's 2, 4, 6 screws inboard. And if you look on the top of the model, there is 6 holes directly on top of the model, just there for putting the screw heads in. So we'll move the camera up a little bit, and then we'll see if we can get this on. Okay, and I can show you where it goes. I'm just going to take this tinsel off because it's just it's actually warm, this tinsel, isn't it, when you're wearing it? I can't get it off. It's like a long snake. It's like a long snake. Get off me. Get up there. Right. Okay, so let's put it on there then. Let's see where we can not chop any wires or anything. So the bus is on the Lazy Susan at the minute, and so I might have to be able to turn it round a little bit so I can see where I'm going. Just make sure there's nothing at the other side. Yeah. And I might not be able to get it all in the camera, even though I've got something special on the camera, but I might not be able to get it all in. But we'll try and get as much in as what we can to show you what's what. So the wire comes around here, doesn't it, at the front, and you'll notice that it's slightly beginning to get trapped underneath the framework. So we have to work out where the framework doesn't fit onto the plastic as good as anywhere else, so it doesn't trap this wire so much. So, and it might be worthwhile just manipulating your wire a little bit so your wire goes flat to the head of the roof there, and then there's less chance of it cutting through the wire. So, and at the moment here, where it's passing through here, the wire is on its side, so it's on top of one another like that, instead of at side of one another and laid on its side. So I'm going to undo this little bit of tape that I put on before, and then try and manipulate the wire so that it goes flat, and then reposition my tape so that it just hold it down just while we get the frame into position. So also under all these, you'll notice that there is a little cutout underneath the frame all the way around, and that's for them to sit in the little cutout. So make sure they all sit in there properly. So all them front ones do. I'm quite happy with that. Yes, it's sitting down there. Let's have a look. Yes, it's lined up there. It's lined up there. Yeah. Okay. So let's spin around a little bit now. Let's have a look. And I'll come to the back end of it, and I'll work from here now, and working along and just manipulating the wires to make sure they're going them grooves and they don't get trapped. Now that one's well out, you see, so I need that one undoing if I can from the tape. If I can undo it from the tape, there we go. And manipulate that so that it goes down into the groove. And as the song goes, get into the groove, for you've got to prove. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, love to me. And that's not in the groove, and it is now. And that's in the groove, and that's in the groove. Get down, Shep. Get down, get in the groove. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we've got that into the groove. It's groovy, baby. Shaking all over. Dear, oh dear. Well, I'm not shaking, but I'm getting into the groove. There's one at the back there that's caught. Okay. It won't be in a minute. Let's undo it from that tape. It's a good job tape comes undone, isn't it? So you can move closer. I should have been a singer. Okay, I've got that there, that there. Is that going down there? Yes. Yes, that's going in there. This framework has so many cutouts in it, which is very, very helpful. So obviously it guides your wires and everything under the cutouts, so you can pop them in without actually trapping them and cutting them. Okay, so that looks okay to me, so I'm going to start and screw it down. Okay, what am I going to use then to screw it down? Well, first of all, I'm going to move it this away a little bit. Put my thing under the bus. What am I going to use to screw it down? Well, let's have a look. I bet you it's JP screws. Oh yes, it's JP screws by the 100. Yeah, no, there's quite a few. There's quite a few JP screws, there is. So let's open the JP screws and then get them in the screw pot as well. Come on, JP. Yeah, justice of the peace. Come on. Get opened up and go into the screw pots. Okay. You might not be able to see what I'm doing. And that's because the camera can't see round corners. So, right, JPs. Okay, where do the JPs go then? Well, they go in all them places where they screw into the plastic. So we've got two there, 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 and two there at the front. So what are we going to do then? We're going to try and get this sort of level and get them in strategic places, shall we? So the places where we know. Now I'm going to do this in no particular order. I'm just going to get a couple of three in the right place and make sure that it's going to go down properly. Okay. And as I say, in no particular order really. Just making sure that when we do the final screw down, it all sits in there nicely, which I'm pretty sure it will. So, but for now I'm just popping the screws in so that they're in 2 or 3 threads, and then we can manipulate it from there, can't we? So, come on, screwdriver. I'm sorry if the video quality is a bit off, but it's because I'm flashing. No, I'm not flashing, but I'm flashing in front of the camera, so the camera's having a job to keep up, which is fair comment, isn't it? So I'd have a job to keep up if I was flashing in front of the camera, wouldn't I? No. Okay, so get some of these in and then just manipulating these things so that they will go down all the way. Okay, as we're going along screwing them in, and can make sure that they're nice and tight and in the correct place. Okay, and another one. So if you just joined us and you're wondering what the heck's going on, yeah. So I'm Dave, I'm from DS Models and Vintage, and I've been building the Agora Models ROUTEMASTER. So both the red one and this one. This one is a special one-off ROUTEMASTer. It's going to be the Southend Transport ROUTEMASTer in blue and white. Okay. And it's going to be what was their show bus, which is VLT172. Okay, and it will be painted in the blue and white livery, the first livery that Southend Transport had, with the little lettering on the side. So the roof, the whole of the roof here will be blue. The window bars at the top will be white, right down to the window bars at the bottom, and then the bottom panels will be blue, and there will be a blue stripe around it and a red stripe around it. Okay. And this is a special one-off ROUTEMASTer that I've been commissioned to do, especially via Agora Models. And this one is, as I said, it's going to be a one-off special. It's going to have the power mod in it, so it's going to have Partwork Upgrades power mod. It's going to have the stickers on from Peter Curtin, and it's going to have my spray job on it, as I have done my other two painted ROUTEMASTers. So it's going to be, as I say, a special one-off. Right, we've got all them screws in. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 screws there is in the top there. So I'm actually going to try and tighten them all down now and make sure that they sit correctly. I know this is rocking about, but it is on my Lazy Susan, so it won't go anywhere. Will it, Susan? No! There you are, you see. So, why do they call it Lazy, Susan? Because I'm lazy! Now, guys, it doesn't have to be mandatory that you have to be mad, but it does help. So, obviously, guys, I have got a wicked sense of humour, and we do like our sense of humour, especially where we're building a week before Christmas. Right, so we've locked all them down then, so that's in nice and tight. We've got no trapped wires. I can actually take that bit of tape off there now, get rid of that bit. And we've got no trapped wires. They're all in there nicely. Yeah, okay, yeah. They're all out of the way. They're not going to rub on anything. So, and I'm calling it for that, for sticking the framework on. Again, you'll see, maybe not on my camera, but you'll see that this framework here and same at the other side isn't quite lined up, and that's because it just needs pushing into line once we get the underneath framework in for the side windows. Once they're pushed into line, there is screw holes here down the side that screws it into the framework, and that will make all these joints nice and tight and nice and flat. Okay, there is 1 or 2 screws that I need to put in the plastic framework that I missed out earlier. So there's 2, and I do believe there's 2 the other side. Just have a quick look. 1, 2, yeah, there's 2, just 2 the other side. So there's 4 screws that I need to put in each side here on this plastic framework, and that'll be then done. But it might be a good time at this time to actually check down below as well, and check inside and see if you've actually got the stanchions correctly still in the correct place. So quickly now I'm going to do that, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 all in correctly. So there's 9 stanchions in the top here that are in the roof from the seat backs, and they're all in correctly. So that is pretty much it done for this little bit. Is there anything else I can do to the build right now? Well, I suppose there is, and that suppose is through some other bits that we get in a previous issue, which was the front. So I'm just having a quick look on here, and yes, I'm just having a quick look just to make sure that I've sorted that one, which I have. So let's have a look at this one. Yeah, there's a couple of bits we can do in here. We can actually put the front destination lights onto the front framework. Now, because this bus has not got a destination line yet, I can't actually fix this to the front end of the bus. So, but I will put these destination lights on the framework. And as you see, this is a red framework, but for this bus, it's going to be white. And I'll show you where they are. That's if I can find them. Yeah, they're under all this plastic packaging that we had out earlier. So just bear with me a second, and I'll get you these white bits. Okay, so here is the white framework, the front framework, and that's the bare framework, and then you've got the destination framework which goes around there, which can't fit just yet because obviously we've got to have the destination. And then we've got this bit for the behind the glass. So, okay, and that fits behind there. And we can't fit that yet because we haven't got the glass in. Okay, and so that's roughly how it goes. Okay, this has been painted white in white gloss, and you'll notice one difference about this, and that is that this bus also does not have sliding windows at the front. Okay, this just has plain windows at the front with no sliders at the front. Does VLT 172, the bus that we're doing. So what did I do? I actually filed the sliders out. Okay, and I'm using some plain plastic for the windows. Okay, to replace the half windows that was in the front then, the sliding windows. And it was actually the only ROUTEMASTER I found out that had just plain windows, plain front windows. So that's one unique factor about this bus, is that it's actually going to just have plain front windows and no drop down windows in. So yeah, that's just something that just a little detail that I picked up on when we was researching. So for now then, I need to find my issue, or should I say the stage, for these lights here that attach to the framework. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to see if I can, yes, there it is. Okay, let's see if I can put that on there. Okay, which might be better, mightn't it? So apart from the dust. Okay, so yeah, this is a small Partworks cushion, build cushion. You can get them from partworkupgrades.com, and you can have them personalized as well. And obviously this one's personalized for me, a DS Models and Vintage. And you can get these small Partwork cushions as well as the big ones. Right, let's see if I can find the relevant issue then. So the relevant issue would be, I do believe it would be the F cable. Yeah, the F cable. Okay, I'm just looking now to try and get the correct ones. Okay, and that should be in this pack here, which is already opened. So, and that's because it's been opened because I had to get the framework out to rebuild, to paint this. So, and now we get the idea that I'm going backwards, forwards, and that's because you have to think about these things before you get to them, really. You know, if I just got to this stage now and I thought, oh, I need to paint that frame, then that would be holding me up. So I want to be 2 or 3 steps in front, but 2 or 3 steps behind as well. So if that makes sense. And you've really got to get organised if you can with the builds, because it's very difficult organising what bit goes where and what comes next, especially if you're trying to build ahead of yourself, like I've been trying to, obviously, with this issue and several other issues that I'm on with. So I need to get this wire out of this issue without spreading anything else out all over the place. So let's put that back on there. Okay, and the relevant wire that we need from this issue, from this pack, is this one here. And this is the wire that lights the front destination. Now, we can do this because you don't have to attach it to the bus right now. B, I want to very shortly test all the wiring, and I can't do that if it's not in place. So I will be putting some more wiring in place at a later date. And then it just gets me a little bit closer as well to getting the top deck organised for the rest of the framework. So and the rest of the wiring too, because there's a lot of wiring on the top deck. So I'm just having a go at straightening these out a little bit. So we want the longest one furthest away from the battery box to be the furthest away from there, which would be that one there, because that one's the longest. So I'm going to just pop it in there like that, and then I'm just going to pop this one in there like that, and maybe a little bit further in. Okay, and then what we have to do is we have to put a little bit of black tape over these to get them to stick in. So it's just poking proud of that framework, and that one there. Okay, and I'll find the black tape. So they do give us 2 bits of black tape within the issues of the top deck framework. We put this black tape over. Now I'm going to tell you a little tip. This is how you do it in the magazine, or should I say the instructions. And after the stream tonight, what I'll probably do is go back and revisit this because I actually glue these in place because the sticky tape, once they get warm, especially if they're out on show anywhere, the tape actually comes off. So, but for the purpose of you guys that's just doing this to put your bus in a cabinet on show on your shelf somewhere, this is perfectly adequate. But because I'm taking my models out on show, and they'll probably be out in a little bit more heat than normal or a little bit more cold than normal, the tape actually comes loose. So that is why I just put a very, very tiny bit of super glue under this tape, and it just keeps them lights in the correct place. This one, of course, will be coming inboard, and it'll be going behind the destination, and that's why it's longer, and they'll be coming both out of this side of the framework, and they'll be going down this side of the bus, the off side of the bus, the driver's side of the bus, on the top deck there. So as far as that's concerned, that's done. I can't do anything else to it at the minute. But what I can do, as I say, after the stream, I can put a tiny bit of glue in there and make them stick so that they're not going to come out when I do take these out to exhibition. So for the time being, I'll put that away. I'll put it nice and safe. And then I can do that. So the next thing I have to move on to then with this bus is some wiring. Now, I'm going to be doing this off camera, off stream, and that's because this bus is going to be absolutely special. This bus is going to have a power mod fitted to it through partwork upgrades, so it won't need the battery box, it won't need the switch. There's several other wires and things that it won't need, and so obviously I'll be doing them at a separate stage to this build tonight. Because all these stages here, they have the battery box in the shot and everything, and it tells you about the battery and blah blah blah, switch and all the rest of it. Well, we won't be needing that on this special bus. We'll be doing this a different way, and there's nothing else we can do to the front end neither, because as you've spotted on here, we've got the destination blind in. Well, on this particular bus at the moment, we haven't got any destination blinds in, so I'm rather hoping that shortly I'm going to get a special destination blind that's going to have all the South End Transport ROUTEMASTER routes on it. So, and that'll correspond with side destination and the rear destination as well. So obviously, with this being a South End Transport ROUTEMASTER, it ran in different places to where it did when it was in London. So it would make sense to have it proper destinations. So we'll be having all that done, and we'll be explaining all about that in the new year, hopefully when they arrive. Okay. So is there anything else we can actually do on this issue? I don't think so, but let me have a look in the magazine. No, it isn't. There's nothing we can do on this. And as I said, if you're building this model, this won't make any sense to you, because with this build, I'm having to go backwards and forwards to actually get to the stages where I need bits for painting and sort out the bits that don't need painting. This roof frame doesn't actually need painting, so I can leave it as it is, as it is red. I don't have to touch it at all, and you won't be seeing this frame on any under any of the panels that's going to go over it. So it'll just look odd while we get the blue panel sorted for its roof, but that won't be long now, all being well. But I hope you'll agree with me that that bit of the roof there actually looks like this bit of the roof here. So that's actually on the bus. But this finished view here isn't actually where we're up to, because obviously this finished view has got the side framework on the upper deck, which we haven't got on this issue yet. But we can do that later on. Okay, once I've painted them, of course. Right, so I've been yakking for nearly an hour. What else am I going to show you? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, so this lovely model here. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, I'll put it on the Mac, I suppose. So this lovely little model here was bought for me by a lovely friend. So thank you ever so much for that. So this is the East Yorkshire ROUTEMASTER open top bus. Okay, and in real life, this East Yorkshire open top bus, me and Christine have actually ridden on it in real life. It was 812 in the East Yorkshire fleet, and it was ALM 65B, the registration number. Well, we're actually going to be replicating this bus from one of these ROUTEMASTERs. So we've got the roof organised, the upper deck organised, and we've got all the lower deck and everything all split down into bits and pieces, and all pretty much ready to paint as well. So we'll be painting this shortly as well. So the upper deck seats in this particular model, they are actually true to what the bus was itself, and this back isn't actually true to what it was in the real life as well. It shouldn't have had this back on. It should have had just a handrail all the way around and round the back here. So my model will have a handrail all around the back, and it will be slightly different coloured inside as well, and it'll have leather seats. Okay, it'll have leather seats, I hear you say. Yeah, okay, well, it's got leather seats, and that's because we've done that already. Okay, so we've done the upper deck. This might be, again, difficult to see in this light. So basically what we've got here is we've got the upper deck pretty much all made and ready to be put together. And if you can remember, this bus was the one that I bought from Scunthorpe area, and it was very, very rough and ready. And yeah, bits missing and broken and what have you. So yeah, this has been made up into the ROUTEMASTER open topper. It's got its leather seats, so obviously they are different to what there was. The flooring's different, the sides different, the backs of the seats are all different because they've been done. And at the back end here, instead of it being an archway up like the model is, we're going to have some nice stainless steel handrails coming round. So yeah, and I've organised how I'm going to do that as well. So the metal framework on the outside here, that's all been cut, ready to be glued and shaped into place. And as you can tell, the window bars at the front have been cut, and then window bars that shape down here, as in the model, they're gonna get cut somewhere here, I think it is, and then they're going to be shaped down as in the real thing. So, and then it's going to have a handrail that runs along here and right round the back. Okay, so yeah, that's the upper deck of that shown. So a little progress on that, and goodness me, I think that's about it for tonight. I'll go back to the chat and I'll come and talk to you guys in the chat. I'll just get ready, and I'll get my camera going just a second. Okay, where are we? Goodness me, the chat has gone wild. Okay, so D Harris Sir Steve Black Country, how's it going? And Nigel Branthwaite says hi all in chat. And did we get down there? No, we didn't. Did we? No, we didn't. So D Harris says, good evening, Nigel Branthwaite. And Nigel Branthwaite says, hi, D. Dave McBill says, Nigel Branthwaite, evening. I'll just move that out of the way. And Nigel Branthwaite says, hi, Dave McBills. D Harris says, Max Modz, what time is it Friday night? And Steve131 says, went to the Black Country Living Museum Friday day. And D Harris says, Steve131, did you enjoy? Okay. Nigel Branthwaite says, just finished the Routemaster bus, pack 7, and it looks amazing. Yes, it does look amazing, Nigel, without a shadow of a doubt. It is absolutely the bee's knees, the best model ever. It really is. Max Mod says that D Harris, I think it's 7 p.m. Okay. And D Harris says that Max Mods, thank you, sir. Mary Oglesby says great show, well done. Thank you, ma'am. And Mary Oglesby says night, see you in the morning. Yeah, see you in the morning, ma'am. Take care now. Nigel Branthwaite says, if interested, mix in Humbrol 19 bright red and 133 satin brown is good for touching up the screws on the wheels of the London Transport Routemaster model. That's very good information. Thank you very much for that, Nigel. Very much appreciated. Steve131 says, been about 5. And we've got Ian Campbell in the house. Evening all. Hi, Ian. And yes, Sir Dave, nearly done for you. Oh, lovely. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. And Dave McBill says, good evening, Mr. Ian Campbell. And Ian Campbell says, hi, Dave. And D. Harris says, evening, Ian Campbell. How's you? Ian Campbell says, good, thanks, D. Okay, bud. And D. Harris says, Ian Campbell, I'll be next Monday when this mad week is over, but I'm good. I'm good, mate. Thank you. Yes, I think we'll all be a bit like that when this mad week's over. D. Harris says, is you and Julie fully recovered, Ian? And Ian says, Julie's still hobbling around, but on the mend, thanks. Oh, that's brilliant to hear, Ian. And Ian says, so Dave, please check your messenger. Okay, I will. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of that today because I've been busy doing other things, but yeah, I will do. Thank you. So, right. Okay. Let's come back up camera then. And we'll sign off, I think. So, settings. Come on, camera. It's getting my mouse to work. I think I need a new battery. Come on. Facing. There we go. Well, look, this snake thing, it's just attacked me and got wrapped around my neck and don't know what to do with it. So, and yeah, it's just trying to kill me. There you go. Right. I hope you've enjoyed that. Okay. So what's happening then? Well, apart from me working on this bus off the camera, which I will be doing a lot of in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to be doing a couple of recorded shows on this bus, and the recorded shows will go out probably about a week and a half's time, something like that. So, and I'll be doing a couple of recorded shows with myself and just doing a bit of a catch up on it and trying to get it to the stage where it's just about ready for painting. So, because there'll be a lot of painting to do shortly. So I'll be doing that within the next week and a half to 2 weeks. So that'll be a couple of pre-recorded shows for this build, and I'll do a couple of pre-recorded shows for the open top bus as well, because you know me, guys, I will, if I started a project, I will finish it. And so yeah, we'll be starting that and finishing that. And 2023 we'll be finishing this bus, and we'll be finishing the open top bus, and we'll be finishing, all being well, we'll be finishing Jay's Winnie Routemaster. We'll be finishing that one, and we'll be doing the diorama on that one, and we'll be doing lots and lots of other things as well. So we'll be carrying on with the Eddie Stobbard both me and Christine, and we'll be starting perhaps the Titanic, all being well. So other than that, there'll be no other new things, and that's because, as I said, this will be what we've got at the minute. That'll be it. Once that's done, I can't see anything else coming out that's going to tickle our fancy, so to speak, between now and then. And it's got to be quite a big tickle fancy as well, because we're not going to be able to afford another build after these are done. So, and yeah, unfortunately. So, right, okay, so Gillian Stott says, great show, big thumbs up. Thank you, Gillian. And Ian Campbell says, love the new scarf. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? It's a bit flappy though, and it's a bit itchy scratchy, but yeah, I actually pinched it off the tree, so don't tell Chris, will you? Horlix says, oh gosh, dozed off and it's done. Ha 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 ha. We'll have to catch up again. No, I don't blame you at all, Horlix. After the weekend you've had, you must be absolutely shattered. So, and I'm glad that you've got back home as well. So yeah, good on you, buddy. So Dave McBill says, great show, Dave, and a great build. Thank you very much, Dave. And Nigel Branthwaite says, Merry Christmas to all on the chat. Thank you very much for that, Nigel. Yeah, Merry Christmas to all of you on the chat, to all of you watching, to all of you who don't bother to chat, and to all of you who are watching and not messaging at all. Happy Christmas to you all. Thank you ever so much. Thank you all ever so much for your support during the last year. It's been quite a difficult year for both me and Christine, and let's hope and pray that 2023 is going to be a far, far better year for us all, not just for me and Chris, but for us all there. So anyway, I'm going to leave you on a good note. Dave McBill says, Merry Christmas, Nigel. And Nigel says, thank you, Dave. And D. Harris says, excellent show. So Dave, as always, there we go. Right. Okay, so I'm going to go now, and I'm going to see you all soon on a pre-recorded video. Oh, I haven't done the thing, have I? What host am I like? Tomorrow night. Okay, so tonight's Sunday. Tomorrow night, is it Danno's Universe? Was he doing his Titanic? Or is Eddie Stobbart tomorrow night, I think. So yeah, watch out on the schedule for that. Tuesday night, Christine, Crafty Chris, is going to be doing her Eddie Stobbart. Yes, she's bent my arm back, and I've given in, and I've given her another issue of the Eddie Stobbart. So yeah, she'll be doing issue 60 of the Eddie Stobbart on Tuesday evening. And for the rest of what's happening this week, please check out the schedule on top of the Facebook groups. Okay. So Crafty Chris says, Alex, I'm still trying to sleep it off, whatever it was. Yes, that's correct. And Ian Campbell says, have a great Christmas all. Thank you, Ian. Yes, you too as well, you too. And D. Harris says, a very Merry Christmas to yourself and your good lady. Thank you very much, D, and to all you and your family as well. Dave McBill says to you, Ian Campbell. D. Harris says, Merry Christmas to all in Chatland. And Dave McBill says, Merry Christmas, D. And Ian Campbell says, don't forget to join World of Wayne on the 22nd. That's a quiz night. And Nexus on the 23rd. Yeah, join the Nexus on the 23rd, because that's when, that's when the award ceremony takes place, isn't it? So, and yeah, I'm actually looking forward to both of them nights. World of Wayne's quiz and the Nexus on the 23rd for the Partwick Awards ceremony. I'm looking forward to them both. So, and yeah, I think it'll be two fun nights to look forward to. So from me, and from a bit of tinsel, from my Route Masters, from everything that's on my channel, from all my hosts, from all my co-hosts, and from all you lot in there, from all my family to your family, happy Christmas, everyone. Take care and good luck, and hope everything is okay in 2023. Good night. God bless. Take care now, and good night. Take care. Peace.